Hello, hope you're well. Now, lately, Claude Code has been blowing up and everyone's been using it. Everyone's been talking about how powerful it is, and it's not a lie, it's extremely, extremely good. But you do have to have a subscription to Claude, right? The $17 a month or the $100 a month if you are going to do the enterprise option. But because we have Ollama, which is open source, we actually are able to run Claude Code completely for free. Like that's the main purpose of this video is I'm going to show you how to run Claude Code for free, like no cost at all. We're going to use an open source model, so there are no API charges or nothing like that. And the good thing is that now Ollama has recently released their Claude, the Minimax M2.5 cloud model, which actually has sub agents for Claude Code, which basically means that if we run if we run Claude Code through Ollama and we use this model or any of these models over here, we can actually spin up multiple sub agents, which will be able to do parallel tasks, meaning you can have sub agents running and they can do more than four or five things at once. You can have four agents. Maybe you have one looking at UI, one looking at payment integration, one looking at authentication, and one looking at security, say like safety features in the program. Or you want to have four doing different research things. Like you could check, like look at this right here. You can check, have three research agents create how our top three competitors. Like you can do so many things with sub agents because it means that it halves or even like almost reduces the time by so much that it would take if you had a single agent doing all of this work. So how do you actually do this? I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you right now. So what we first have to do is get Ollama. So you need to have Ollama installed. Now the way you do that is you simply just go to Ollama install and it'll tell you how to install it depending on your machine. So if you're on Mac, Linux, or Windows. So personally, I'm on Mac, so all I will do is copy this and I'll put it just into my terminal. So I open my terminal, you just paste this in there and press enter and it will go ahead and install Ollama for you. Okay, the next thing we need to do is get Claude Code. So again, if you go ahead and just write Claude Code install, you'll be able to use any of these methods here to install. You could use brew if you're on Mac. Now, what they recommend and what I also think you should do is instead of using brew or any of these things, the one that Anthropic recommends is using npm. So all you'll do is if you're on Mac, you'll type npm install dash g, you'll put at anthropic dash AI, sorry, dash AI /Claude code. Okay, you press enter. This will install it for you via npm, which is safer and what's recommended by Anthropic. All right, now that you have them installed, we can just double check that they are actually there. So we can run Ollama dash dash version, and you should see a version come up. And if you run Claude dash dash version, you should also see a Claude Code version come up. Okay, that means you have it and you're perfectly ready to go. Okay, perfect. So now you have everything installed. Let's go ahead and test out how we can run the Claude Code model. So they've given us this option here of using the Minimax M2.5 cloud model, and we also have these other options down here. But let's just, for example, let's test out this one. So if I just paste that command in terminal and I run it, it's going to say launching Claude Code. It's going to ask me if I know which directory I'm in. I'm going to say yes, I do. And there you have it. You literally have access to Claude Code right now for free without any single cost, right? And it's completely functional and you can run sub agents, which is exactly what we're about to get into, how to do all those things. But if all you wanted to know was how you run it for free, that's how you do it. And now stay tuned as we figure out how to run multiple sub agents and use different Ollama models for different things. So I'll start by just typing in ls. Okay, so you can see we have all these projects are just within the directories folder that the Claude is in right now. So because we have access, we've used this 2.5 cloud model. It means we can actually spin up multiple sub agents. So I could say spawn sub agents and explore the lead capture directory. Okay. I want to know about the UI, the, let's say, lead matching function, and the use of AI in the project. Okay, now you're actually gonna see it spin up multiple, in this case it'll be three because I said the UI, the lead matching function, and the use of AI in the project. So it's gonna actually go ahead and create three sub agents. And the crazy thing about this is free. Like this is free, right? We're not even being charged right now because we're using Claude Code via an open source model, right? Ollama is completely open source. Look, running three explore agents, explore lead capture UI, explore lead matching function, explore AI usage in project. Now we can use control B running in the background, but we could also leave it open so you can track each of the token usage of each of these and the tool uses as well. So currently we're at 868 tokens, which really isn't a lot of tokens, and zero tool uses. But you give it like 4 or 5 minutes, these three agents are gonna do everything, and then we're gonna get an answer at once. Like it's not gonna be like first one finishes, get an answer, second one finishes, get an answer, third one finishes, get an answer. Look at this. They are running in parallel. They are literally all three are running at the same time. So let's let it run, and then I'll show you what the result is, and I'll give you a different use case for it as well, how we can do research, like Google research, with multiple agents as well. All right, so as you can see, it's done. It finished here with three sub agents, 44.2K tokens, 86 tokens for the lead matching function, and 157 tokens for this one. So it revealed that this is a workflow automation project, not a standalone application with its own UI. Here's what I found. There is no traditional UI in its directory. Instead, it's an end-to-end workflow that includes a lead capture form, collecting name, business email, website URL. The workflow sends an email draft, right? The rematching function, the matching is AI-powered semantic matching, not traditional rule-based matching. The model is using Sonnet 4 via n8n LangChain integration, and the key files are personalized outreach workflow and directories or MD. So you can see it's done the research, and this only took 6 minutes, and we can understand entirety of the code base. So for example, what I could say next now is spawn three sub agents and do research into Sonnet 4.6, Gemini 3 Pro, and Chat GPT 5.3 codex, which is these are all the new models that these have released. 5.3 codex, and tell me where each would be the most valuable given their strengths and weaknesses. I'll put in brackets in the project. Okay, so again, it's gonna release three agents because we told it three. Research Claude Sonnet 4.6, research Gemini 3 Pro, research ChatGPT 5.3 Codex. And what I'll do is I'll go to yeah. All right. So now let it run these three agents. All right. Well, we got some serious stuff here, as you can see. It ran three agents. Here's a summary of each model and where they'd be most valuable in your personalized outreach project. Sonnet 4.6, released Feb 17, 2026, $3 input, 15 output per 1 million tokens. Context is 1 million tokens in the beta version. Office analysis instructions. Okay. Strengths for the project, weaknesses for the project. Gemini 3 Pro the same, and GPT 5.3 Codex the same. And then we have got a final recommendation here. Current email gen, use 4.6. Prospect search, use 3 Pro. Building integration, use 5.3 Codex. Complex reasoning, use Sonnet 4.6 or Gemini 3 Pro. Now, so as you can see, we've managed to do all of this in Claude Code. And so even if you don't have a subscription account for Claude, you don't need one because this is entirely being run through Ollama. So that's definitely something good to try. And if you guys want to get a bit more hands-on or a bit more creative with this stuff to figure out where exactly you could do some kind of your own version of stuff, now that you have Ollama installed, you can just type Ollama models. No, hold on. You can just run Ollama Ollama list, which will tell you all of the current download models that you like, the ones that you have currently. And like the thing is, there's a bunch of models that you could use, that you could install, that you could pretty much use. So right now we're using this one, but we also have this one, and you can use pull requests to just pull more models that are, if you want to try out any of those. And the way to find them is if you open Google and you go to, and you just search Ollama models, okay? Go to the library, and you can see they have all of these, and you can filter models and all of this stuff. But if you're looking for the ones that work with Claude Code, then you need to use Minimax 5 Cloud and GLM 5 Cloud. And so if I wanted to do this one, for example, I would go here. I just open the terminal, and I would say Ollama pull Ollama pull. I spelled Ollama with two A's, and I've pulled GLM 5 Cloud, and you can see 100%, 323 verifying this, so success. So now I've pulled this model. So now you can see, and now if I run Ollama list, I have an extra model. I have now GLM 5 Cloud. And GLM 5 Cloud is also, let me close this, is also compatible with Claude Code. That means the same way that we ran this is the same way we would have to just simply rerun it again, right? So we'd say here, Ollama launch Claude dash dash model, and the model would be GLM 5 Cloud. Okay, now if I press enter, you can see it says launching Claude Code with GLM 5 Cloud. So you can swap out the models, use different ones if you want. You can see here we have Claude Code set up. I'll press enter, and you can see now we're using GLM 5 Cloud and not the other one. So you can see which ones work best for you, for your use cases, which ones you want to use for different types of work and research or coding or building UI, whatever it is you want to do. But you can do it for free if you use Ollama. So hope that was helpful.